Hey all, my name is Tessa, and today we're going to be doing yoga for gratitude. Really, the biggest thing when it comes to tapping into gratitude is letting go of the things that get in the way. And today I want to really focus on deepening the breath and just reducing feelings of, overwhelm. And I know that when I'm feeling overwhelmed, it's a lot harder to feel that gratitude for everything we have in our life. And, a few other things that can get in the way, like high blood pressure and just feeling off kilter physically. And I'm going to include some poses today that really connect us to the earth and just make us feel, more grounded. So I am starting in a seated position, and if your hips feel a little tight or you feel uncomfortable, you can grab a towel or a blanket and you can just sit with some height. So go ahead and feel your sit bones root through the earth and lengthen your spine, rolling your shoulders back, and just allow your face to soften, really allow your abdomen to soften. And you can just start with some nice deep breaths into the abdomen. You can close your eyes if you want. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And take 3 deep breaths. Nice full breaths. And just allowing your abdomen to be really soft as you breathe in this last breath. Nice deep breath. And full exhale. And still feeling rooted through your sit bones, lengthened through your spine. Go ahead and bring your arms overhead, really reach through your fingertips and relaxing your shoulders, feeling space in your neck. Go ahead and drop your right hand and you can just reach over with your opposite hand. Nice side stretch, feeling rooted through your sit bones. And breathing into that abdomen, nice deep breaths. And opposite side, go ahead and reach over with the opposite arm. Nice side stretch here. Relax your face. And allowing the hips to soften. And go ahead and come into a cat-cow position. So you can just get onto your hands and your knees and just starting to wake up the spine a little bit. Inhale, round your spine. And exhale, arch. Look up towards the ceiling. Inhale, round. And exhale, arch. You can do this at your own pace, 5 or 6 times. On your inhale, really rounding that spine. And on your exhale, arch, really allowing the shoulders to open. And really just breathing into your whole body, your abdomen, relax your face. And one more deep inhale. And round. And exhale, roll those shoulders back. Look up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and bring your big toes together and your knees apart, a little wider than hip distance. And you can just sink your hips down towards your heels. You can rest your head on the mat, child's pose. And if you are feeling a little tight in the hips and they're up a little higher, do not worry about it. Just relax the head and allow those hips to sink towards the heels. And really just focusing on your breath, allowing that breath to deepen here. Allow the hips to soften and relax your shoulders. Starting to feel more grounded. This is one of the most grounding poses if you're feeling anxious
if your body's feeling tense. And we're gonna go ahead and reach your arms forward, press your palms down, and we're gonna come into downward facing dog. Go ahead and lift your hips up, bring in the knees about hip distance apart. Spread your fingers nice and wide, really being aware of your connection to the earth here. Go ahead and tuck your toes under and press your thighs back. Pressing the thighs back, press through the palms, nice long spine. And just relax your face, rolling the shoulders back. Just relax your face, rolling the shoulders back, pressing the thighs back, and feeling that length in your spine and openness in your heart as you draw the shoulder blades in. Again, really pressing the thighs back. You can walk out your heels a little bit, just warming up the hamstrings and the calves, really breathing into the whole body. Breathing into that abdomen. And back into child's pose. Go ahead and bring the knees down, big toes together, knees a little wider than hip distance, and see if your hips make it a little further down this time, and just relax your head. So with repetition, we can become more aware of where we hold stress in our body. So being a little more present in our hips and in our neck, just let your head feel heavy, let your hips feel heavy, and really breathe into the hips, the neck, the shoulders, rolling the shoulders back. And this time feeling a little bit more length in that spine, go ahead and walk the hands forward. Deep breath. Sometimes when I'm concentrating, I forget to breathe. And just nice deep breaths here. And what I'd like you to do, go ahead and look up and 4 fingers forward. This is going to open up the heart and the shoulders a little bit more. So go ahead and really spread those fingers wide. So really focus on pressing in between your thumb and your forefinger. You want your forefinger pointing forward, and that's going to open up the shoulders and the chest. And really allowing us to connect with our heart space more. So go ahead and tuck your toes under and pressing your palms, go ahead and downward facing dog again with more open shoulders this time. Drawing the shoulder blades in towards your mat. Really pressing the thighs back, and notice any tightness in your abdomen and just soften in your abdomen and your face. And go ahead and slowly walk your feet forward. And you want your feet about hip distance apart, a little bit wider if you're feeling really tight. And go ahead and just rock a few times. If you need to bend your knees, go ahead. Just start to feel more rooted through your feet. And nice, strong thighs. As you draw the shoulder blades in, go ahead and look up, rolling the shoulder blades back. And you can just drop your hands onto the floor or your legs, anywhere on your legs, wherever you're at, feeling a softness in the knees and a strength in the thighs. And you can just let your head hang, rolling the shoulders back, really allowing that breath to deepen into the abdomen and feeling rooted through your feet, feeling anchored through your feet. So from this forward fold, feeling rooted through our feet, nice soft knees, strong thighs, go ahead and press through your feet to come up, reaching overhead, nice long spine as we reach through the fingertips, rolling the shoulders back. Feeling rooted through your feet, go ahead and soft back bend, tucking the tailbone forward.
allowing the chest to open, the shoulder blades to move forward. And back to center, just feeling rooted through your feet. Nice soft bend in the knees. And just one more time, really focusing on repetition today. And go ahead and form an L shape with your body and just deepening in the stretch for our hamstrings and our calves. And you can have a soft bend in your knees if you're feeling really tight. And just rolling the shoulders back before we come down, keeping the spine nice and long. You can come forward and a little bit deeper this time. You can hold on to your legs. And on your inhale, go ahead and L shape one more time, just drawing the shoulder blades in and coming back down. See if you can move a little bit deeper into this pose, breathing into the hamstrings. Relax your shoulders, feeling space in the neck. Nice deep breaths in these forward folds. And same thing, feeling rooted through the feet, strong thighs. Go ahead and press through your feet. Come on up, and this time go ahead and bring your palms forward, allowing the shoulders to open a little bit more. Really reaching through your fingertips, rolling the shoulders back. This time, see if you can move a little bit deeper. Reaching towards the sky as you root down through the feet, tucking the tailbone in. And come back to center. And again, just reconnecting with our feet in between, really feeling rooted through those feet. Go ahead and bring the arms overhead one more time, feeling that length in the spine. Go ahead and interlace your fingers, and you can just hold your head, really supporting your head. Lifting through the chest, go ahead and draw those shoulder blades in as you bring the elbows back, tucking the tailbone in, and really lifting through your chest. Engaging your thighs, rooting down through your feet, really allowing that chest, that heart space to open, even if it's a little uncomfortable. And it's okay if the breath is a little more shallow. And coming back up. And starting to move into the hips a little bit more, go ahead and angle, pigeon toe your feet out. So your feet are about hip distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. So from the standing position, go ahead and pigeon toe your feet out. So your toes are pointing out just slightly, and your feet are about hip distance apart, maybe a little bit more. So as we come into the squatting position, really focus on pressing down through your heel and staying balanced through the tops of your feet as well. And go ahead and start to just bend down. You just want to be careful of putting too much pressure on your knees, so really stay focused on your heel. They're going to pop up as you get closer to the ground. And you can just let that spine round. And right now we're really just breathing into these hips. And it really doesn't matter where you're at. If you're up higher, just allowing the hips to start to sink down towards the heels and allowing the heels to sink down towards the floor. So in the squat position, really allowing the hips to sink down towards the heels and allowing the hips to open. And if you want a little bit more, you can start to lengthen your spine and roll those shoulders back, putting a little bit more weight onto your heels and that hip area. And just allow your face to soften, really breathing into these hips. And you can just gently come on down, and we're gonna continue to open up these hips, bringing the soles of the feet together. And just even in the in-betweens, focusing on our breath. And you can actually just walk out your hips a little bit, working out any kinks. If your hips feel really tight, you can bring your hips further away from the heels of your feet. If you want a little bit more, you can come closer. And in this position, go ahead and grab hold of your big toes with your forefinger and your middle finger, and pressing the soles of the feet together. Go ahead and lengthen through your spine and rolling those shoulders back, allowing the hips to soften. And go ahead and pull the toes coming down, allowing the groins to soften. And you can bring your palms down. And just allowing these groins to soften and open. Can't really rush through this hip work. Takes a little bit more time, feeling rooted through your sit bones and just allowing these hips to open and allowing the abdomen to soften. You can take a few deep breaths into your abdomen, into your heart, and you can begin to maybe think of one thing you're grateful for. I am grateful for my dog and the health of my dog. And you can come back up. And today, like I said, we are focusing a little bit more on repetition. So you can just bring your feet into that same squat position. And you can plop yourself up and just notice how this second time around might feel a little bit different. The hips hopefully feel a little more open and your heels might be closer to the floor. And to come up, as you come up, go ahead and start to angle your feet out, coming into a nice forward bend one more time. Soft knees and toes pointing straight ahead. Form that nice L shape with your body, rolling the shoulders back, nice long spine, and come on down, just enjoying a nice deep forward fold. Breathing into the backs of your legs and your heart. And remembering that thing that you feel grateful for. Really enjoying that thing being in your life. That person, that animal, that job, whatever it is. From this forward fold, go ahead and press through your feet. Nice engaged thighs. Go ahead and reach through your fingertips. And we're actually going to interlace our fingers one more time, coming into a nice deep chest opener. And our hips should be a little softer, a little more open. Tucking the tailbone forward, lift through that chest, drawing the shoulders back. It might not look like much, but this is one of the best things you can do to open your chest, to open your heart. And it's okay if you feel a little uncomfortable. Really lifting your chest, tucking the tailbone in. And coming up. And really embracing our connection to the earth, embracing balance. Go ahead and bring your feet together. And here, just feel rooted through your feet. And bring that energy up your body, all the way through the top of your head, just feeling that flow of energy and really letting that energy move with your breath. Staying rooted through the feet, go ahead and shift your weight to your left foot and really go slow would be my advice for any balancing pose. And you can begin to just lift this foot. If you're struggling with balance, this is a great place to work. So feeling rooted through the foot, really lengthening through your spine, even in this position. You can come into full tree pose if you feel ready. You can place that foot on your calf or anywhere you'd like on your leg. And sometimes that helps if you bring one arm out for balance and you can just start to bring that foot up the leg. Pressing that foot into the thigh, go ahead and bring your palms to heart center. And just taking a few deep breaths into your heart chakra, into that heart space, feeling rooted through your foot. If you want more of a challenge, you can bring your arms overhead, feeling rooted through your foot, nice long spine, reaching through your fingertips. You can bring your palms back to heart center. And slowly you can just lower that foot. And opposite foot, go ahead and shift that weight to your right foot. Nice and slow wherever you're at. This is a great place to work. Just balancing on one foot. You can bring your palms to heart center. If you want to move forward, go ahead and bring that foot up the thigh and really press that foot onto the inner thigh. Palms to heart center. You can smile. Think of one more thing that you're just grateful for that brings you joy. You can bring your arms overhead, lengthen through your fingertips, relax your shoulders, feeling rooted through your foot. And soften your face. And palms back to heart center. And you can just rest your foot. I hope that you enjoyed today's gratitude yoga class. If you would like to join me for another Feel Better yoga session, please come back to this channel and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon.
Join us for 14 and 30-day programs, hour-long classes, and much more on our yoga app, Yoga Plus by Psyche Truth. It's free to download and features a variety of wellness content, including yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and interviews with dozens of wellness experts.